Now, the next slide, which I'm showing here, is from the NRMP surveys. And now the NRMP surveys, as you probably know, is held for the program directors, and program directors get to rank these. Of course, for IMGs, there are some unique aspects which are not there for American graduates. But in general, what is happening is if you have a score in step one, the program directors still like to look at the score. And yes, it is pass fail, but a score is still, your score is still reported, and program directors do take into account. So a 260 is still a very high score. 210 in step one is the lower score, depending on the specialty. So score does matter. CK score is going to be more and more important, as you can see, as we are moving towards step one, pass fail. So that's important aspect. If you have attempts, then yes, it is a red flag. Program directors do consider attempts to be a red flag. Commitment to specialty, I think, is a very important thing. So we've listed these important things, what type of rotations you have done, what type of research you have done, if you have relevant home country experiences, all that matters. LORs, yes, absolutely. US LORs, 3 to 4 months of USCE, waived LORs, they really matter. And then comes into the specific application aspects that they, personal statement, for example, how you tell your story is important. Of course, all this is now done and gone, but how you tell your story is very important. And finally, if as an IMG or even as an American graduate, if you've overcome significant challenges, right, that is starting to play out. Now, this is not the first year they're doing it. In the previous seasons, last 2 seasons, they had the supplemental ERAS application. Now the supplemental ERAS application has been folded into the main ERAS CV. So therefore, they're asking those impactful experiences, meaningful experiences. And if you have those, they play a role as well. But important aspect here to see is exam scores do matter as they invite you for an interview. Commitment to specialty is absolutely important. Now, what this does not show and is important for program directors, specifically for IMGs, is research. So research experience is starting to get very important. They do want to see how much research you have, whether it's case reports, manuscripts, how have you done it in past. So that's one. And the second is step three. Depending on, again, your exam score, step one, CK, year of graduation, etc., they would want to see, regardless of the specialty, step three. But of course, it depends on the profile. So step three may not be needed for everyone. The other thing for IMGs not listed in the survey is the year of graduation. Year of graduation can be an important criteria, although it's not a very hard filter. So it's a soft filter, but it is important. Now, the next thing, how do you follow up with the program directors? How do you secure more interviews? So the first thing is, obviously, a lot of you may have heard about letter of interest. We have a video. So check out our YouTube channel and also our website. We have a lot of blogs on these things. So letter of interest is important. It communicates to the program your interest and fit to not only the specialty, but also to the program. So the letter of interest, more specific, more personalized, really helps you. It really, if you're putting out a generic letter of interest, that may not help. And following up with the programs can be through multiple channels. the open office hours that they have. LinkedIn is a good way to connect if you could connect with the residents. So anything and everything, virtual hours that they hold nowadays to talk about their program, all these things are good thing. And this kind of connection, this kind of communication with the programs should continue till at least January. So that's one thing. The second and the related thing is, if you can communicate your changes in your CV to the programs, whether it is more rotations, whether it's research, whether it's step 3. Obviously, you cannot now update your ERA CV, but this is one way to stay connected to the programs. If you can let them know, that obviously helps. And we have detailed classes, as many of you who are Sarthi students have access on the letter of interest, how to reach out, when to reach out, all those kind of things are important. And letter of interest or program outreach and networking is important. It really, really helps you get those additional 4-5 interviews, regardless of the profile. So this time of the season, you should be looking to reach out to the programs. It is not too late, regardless of your profile. Start it. But again, don't panic. It is not over yet. The season will end only end of January. A lot of people have this confusion that after applications and in the first 2 weeks, if I didn't get the interview, it's over. I don't think that is the case.